Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy there for me. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy there for me. I'm pain, I'm hope, I'm suffer. Yeah, ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy there for me.
What is going on? Sometimes you just gotta let it go. I think it's time I disappear. What the fuck is up, man? It's Tuesday. We're not even halfway through the week. Fuck. Jesus. I fucking hate Mondays and Tuesdays. Those first 2 days of the week, you just know that you're just pecking by. Wednesday gets here, you're like, we're halfway there. Wednesday fucking sucks too, to be honest with you. Thursday's great. Why am I talking about the days of the week? What's up, everybody? We're live. It's the JB Show here on a Tuesday. We went a little later than usual today because we had a news story break regarding the NCAA and fraudulent charges. And what I just had come through the wire was Arizona. Huge fucking team. Arizona busted. Assistant coach arrested. I will have that news story here in just a few moments. Also, we got more NFL controversy. It's going to be a very sports-heavy show today. So get ready for that. No prank calls today. No prank calls. No fresh calls here for today. It sucks. Me and Ken were working at it last night, but we were unable to get any gems to come through. But we're going to keep trying. Don't worry. We'll make sure and try and have some for you in the distant near future. We're going to open up the phone lines in just a few minutes so you guys can call in. You guys can call into the show. That's at Hitman Fart. That's at Hitman Fart. Like I said, the show's line is going to be the JB Show in just a few days. We're still working on that. So if you want to call into the show, it's at Hitman Fart. I'm going to open up the phone lines in just a few moments. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. And let me know what you guys think in the chat. I got a very close eye going on in there. Man, there's just so much shit going on in sports right now. Sports is just under the microscope right now. Between North Korea and sports, that's all this fucking country has going on right now. You know what's pathetic, though? You know, Puerto Rico's in shambles. And we're worried about fraud in the NCAA and sports fraud. That's what we're worried about the most. What's going on, everybody? Man, I tell you what, I really fucking don't want to be here today. I really don't. Not necessarily the show not wanting to be here. That's not really it. I'm just so fucking tired. I am just so fucking tired all the time, man. What is it? Am I just a fucking pissy crybaby? Like, what the fuck? By the way, my good buddy Joe Cronin sent me a message this morning. Very, very disturbing. I can't really talk about it. I can be vague as fuck about it. But he sent me, man, he was tweeted something last night, and he sent out some videos on Twitter. Man, I'll tell you what. They are after Joe Cronin, man. There is some sick fucking puppies in this world, man. And they are after Joe Cronin big time. They are really trying to get him. And what I saw this morning was very fucking disturbing. Very disturbing. People tweeting him shit about his kids. And I've been there too. Everybody knows that I had a real bad incident about a year and a half ago. And it was not pretty. But what I saw this morning was just like, I started throwing shit as soon as I seen it. It was fucking disgusting. But anyways, I don't want to... See, I don't want to talk about it in a sense, like, openly, because I don't want... You know, I don't want to draw attention to them. And I know Joe doesn't either. To be honest with you, Joe probably didn't even want me to mention it at all. But, you know, I can't do that. Sometimes I just have to open my big fat fucking mouth. By the way, I just want everybody to know, you can get official t-shirts over on Joe Cronin's Teespring, man. And I'm working on a t-shirt myself, a Justin Bailey t-shirt. It's going to be pretty sweet. It's going to have something along the lines to deal with, to be bold and savage. It's kind of my thing. I don't hold back with anything, and I'm a pretty savage motherfucker, as you can tell just from this show alone. Let's talk about some fucking sports, man. I'll tell you what, we talked about the NFL and the big kneeling shit, and I knew it wasn't over. We had Monday Night Football last night. The Cowboys decided to finish off the Cardinals in Arizona. And it was a good game. Good game last night. I thought the Cowboys and the Cardinals put on a pretty good Monday Night Football game. But the part of the game that was taken the most this morning when the news started coming through, it had nothing to do with the fucking football game. It had everything to do with the Cowboys all locking arms. Every person, every teammate, Jerry Jones's fucking old skeletons was out there. They all locked arms, and they all knelt in unison. Every one of them. By the way, thank God the Arizona fans booed those fucks out of the building. Well, they didn't boo them out of the building, but they sure as shit booed them loud. Loud and proud. I really, really don't get this. I don't understand the connection between politics and fucking sports. I really don't. Like, I'm serious. And people are all like, oh, well, if you have to escape politics by watching sports, you know, some of us don't just watch sports to escape our lives. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if I'm watching sports, I want to watch the game. If I'm going to tune in and watch the Pacers versus the fucking Celtics, I want to tune in to watch the Pacers try to beat the Celtics. That's it. That's the only fucking reason I'm watching. The only reason I want to watch is to see a competitive basketball game where two teams are competing to have more points at the end of the game than the other team. I don't want to see them telling me their fucking political opinions, kneeling before. It's going to be nasty. There's going to be so much kneeling in the NBA because there's games every fucking day. But nobody wants to see that shit. Like, who in the fuck? Like, are people just like, man, I can't wait to watch the game tonight, man. I can't wait to see who kneels. Oh, yeah, that sounds fantastic. That's what sports is about. Sports is about, during the national anthem, seeing who the fuck kneels. What is that? And now we got the younger generation thinking that this is cool. Because this is really cool because it's controversial. This is cool. The fuck out of here. What kind of fucking example are we setting? It is so sickening sometimes. If I tune in to watch a sports game, I'm tuning in to watch a fucking sports game. I don't want to see political bullshit. If I wanted to see political bullshit, I'll turn on ESPN. The former sports network. Now turned liberal fucking lingo. Liberal bullshit. I'm done with them. ESPN is done with me. I don't watch that shit anymore. I can't remember the last time I saw a top 10. What was the last time we saw a countdown? Now they're counting down the fucking days before they go out of business. I watch Fox Sports. Fox Sports Radio. Fox Sports Radio, man. Skip and Shannon, The Herd, Clay Travis. You want to know why? They talk about sports. Clay Travis, to be fair, does talk about politics a lot. I'll be honest with you. He's kind of a right-wing nutbag. But, you know, you're going to have that. But the majority of Fox Sports Radio has nothing to do with politics. Clay Travis, as a matter of fact, is the only person I've ever heard talk about politics on there. Colin Cowherd yesterday on his show talked about Donald Trump and his comments, but that was very related to the sports story. He didn't talk about politics in general. He talked about the effect of what Donald Trump said on the football game. Dude, it's making my fucking head swim. Why? Why are we still talking about this? You know, I see some of the shit in the chat. I see somebody saying, why does the president have to have a comment? Well, let me ask you a question. The American flag represents this country. You know who else represents this country? Is the fucking president. He's not, so, you know, Donald Trump's not allowed to have an opinion on these guys kneeling. Granted, it wasn't the most professional opinion. I agree with that. I don't think what Donald Trump says was professional. He probably shouldn't have said, get those sons of bitches off the field. You know, I understand he probably shouldn't have said that. But you're saying, why does he have to have a comment on it? Well, why the fuck do the players have to put on this fucking theater before every single game, kneeling before the... They don't even know what the fuck they're kneeling for! You really think these guys are kneeling? Do you really think they're kneeling because they're concerned about racial inequality? Get the fuck out of here. You want to know why people started kneeling with Colin Kaepernick? You want to know the real reason? Do you want to know? Because the week after Colin Kaepernick knelt, when he was still on the 49ers, his jersey sales went up 50 fucking %! They didn't kneel because they honestly thought they were protesting racial inequality. They're protesting for attention. Because they're fucking attention-seeking millennial fucks! They want to sell more jerseys! They want to be on the news! Hey, Colin! How many jerseys are you selling now? You fuck! Don't sit here and fucking patronize me and say shit like, oh, they're kneeling, they're peacefully protesting. Nobody is saying that they're protesting isn't peaceful. Nobody is saying that. So take that fucking shit and shove it right up your fucking virgin ass. These fucking guys, and they're saying, oh, well, it's because of what Donald Trump said. The NFL is showing unity, standing against what Donald Trump said. These fucking guys are doing this for... Why do you think Jerry Jones had his best fucking suit on? He powdered his fucking face. He trimmed his gray fucking hairdo. Trimmed his pubes up. And he wanted to be front and fucking center. You want to know why? He likes seeing himself on the TV! These players want to see themselves on CNN. Cowboys want to see their jersey sales skyrocket. I got news for you, people. Remember how the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't come out of the locker room? Well, guess who regretted it? News story broke this morning. Ben Roethlisberger regretted the way they handled things. He said it brought unwanted attention to the team. He said that the team dealt with it poorly because there was a difference of opinion. And now Ben Roethlisberger is regretting not going out there. He's the leader of the team, so you know damn well he's not the only fucking person that regrets it. I got news for you. Steelers lost! Seattle Seahawks, they didn't come out either. Guess what? They fucking lost too! They're more concerned with this political shit, making headlines, selling their fucking jerseys. Got news for you, you stupid fuckers. You don't sell as many jerseys when you're losing! Thank God the Indianapolis Colts didn't make a fucking spectacle about this thing, man. It's unbelievable. Oh, but they're protesting racial inequality. Oh, really? You're telling me that black guy is protesting racial inequality in this country? He's making $20 million! Oh, oh, all the white people in this world, white supremacy, they're all risen to the top, those money makers. Black people can't make money in this country and further themselves. I'm protesting racial inequality. The most richest fucking ethnicity in this country. I guarantee none of you even know who that is. It's fucking Asian people. Asian males, the wealthiest fucking ethnicity in this country. It's unbelievable. I see you there, Monica, you poisoning liberal fucking son of a bitch. I see you in there poisoning my chat. I know me and you agree on everything politically. I see you in there. Fuck out of here. Racial inequality. Oh, we can't further ourselves. You're in the NFL! The most popular sport in the fucking world! National Football League, multi-billion-dollar business. Your contract, you make $5 million a year! I love you too, Monica. I'm just fucking around. It's so fucking stupid. Look at the NBA. 90% African American. The most highest paid athletes in sports. LeBron James, top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know what's funny? The top 10 highest paid entertainers. I can't wait till you fucking hear this. Top 10 highest paid entertainers in the world. 50% of them, that's 5 out of 10 for you retards. 5 out of 10 of the most highest paid celebrities and entertainers in this world. That also includes writers, TV directors, shit like that. All that. Guess what? 5 out of 10 of them are African American. Fact! So try to fucking dissect that. LeBron James is in the top 10 highest paid entertainers in the world! Where's the racial inequality there? He called the fucking president a bum. Gets worship for it on fucking Twitter. You never seen anybody calling fucking Obama a bum? Except for me! Except for the right wings, right? Oh, I'm just kidding. I voted for Obama for 2 terms, okay? Relax, people. Obama was awesome. He was such a good president. He would have never said some of the shit Donald Trump said. No, but he did hire a fucking racist to marry him and his wife. But you know what? I still voted for him for 2 terms. I voted for him. The fuck? What do you think? I'm a conservative? You think I'm a Republican? Not opening the phone lines yet. I see some people are calling through. Not opening the phone lines yet. I'm not ready. I'm rolling. I'm rolling right now. I don't give a fuck. I'm so over this. And you know what? It's only week 4! God, the Super Bowl, the fucking halftime show is just going to be a big jerk-off fest where everybody's kneeling, blowing each other, fingering each other's asses. That's going to be the halftime show. We're protesting racial inequality. We're showing unity. Yeah, I can see your unity with your hand connected to that cock. What the fuck am I talking about? It's crazy. Ben Roethlisberger, though, man, says he regrets it. Why shouldn't you? Your fucking teammates are more concerned with kneeling before the national anthem to make headlines and news, selling more jerseys than they are concerned about winning the fucking football game. Look at the Seattle Seahawks. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck did they even lose to? Wasn't it the Tennessee Titans? Well, I'm not downplaying the Tennessee Titans. Don't get me wrong. They're a good team. But people, think about it for a second. Think about it for a second. I'm pretty sure it was the Tennessee Titans. I think, right? I don't remember. Yeah, it was the Tennessee Titans. They lost 33-27. I had to look it up. They were more concerned with kneeling before the national anthem than they were winning the fucking game. I'm not saying the Titans aren't a good team. But the Seahawks lost to the Tennessee Titans. They barely beat the 49ers. They lost to the Green Bay Packers. Understandable. The Packers are fucking ham. I got it. They're 1-2. How about in the locker room, you guys talk about how you're going to try to win the game? Instead of sitting there talking about, I bet we're going to be on CNN. I bet we're going to be on MSNBC. I bet you're going to sell more jerseys, dude. I know you're going to sell more jerseys. Worry about the fucking game. You fucks. I don't tune in to watch the NFL to see you fucking retards kneeling, protesting, all this shit. Like, I don't have a problem with peaceful protest. Ah! I'm so mad I can't talk! I don't have a problem with peaceful protesting. I don't. I just don't want them during my sports game. If you want to be involved politically, do it outside of the NFL. When the game's over, and you're doing an interview, and and then instead of thanking God, you'd be like, I just want to dedicate this win to, standing up for racial inequality in this country. I also want to stand up because I don't agree with. I want to dedicate this to Donald Trump because he thinks that us doing what we do isn't right. So I just want to dedicate this to him. Hey, Donald, shit like that is fine. It doesn't affect. That does not in any way hinder the way that it's interpreted. The game's over, and they're drawing the spotlight to the wrong part of the reason you're watching. It really is. Go ahead and open up the phone lines. I want you guys to call in at Hitman Fart. That's right, at Hitman Fart. This is the last day to call in on that number on Skype. At Hitman Fart. Tomorrow, the official new number will be the JB Show. So remember that. We're going to go ahead and start taking calls. I want to know what you guys think about the kneeling, protesting. You guess what? If you have a difference of opinion, call into the show. I'm okay with that. I'm not like some people who's going to block you just because you have a different opinion than mine. I don't know what Wild Yellow said. So call into the fucking show. I can't sit there and read every goddamn comment. I don't give a fuck if you don't agree with me. Some of you are just you get fucking turned on by controversy, and to sit there and be like, oh, this is fine. I think it's great. The NFL's turning into theater. Sports is turning into a big fucking theater show. I'm gonna open up the phone lines for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna move on to the NCAA getting busted by the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Intoxication. But I'm just so sick of it, man. It's sickening. Like, people can peacefully protest. I don't have a problem with that. I really, really don't. I really don't have a problem with it. But it is what it is. The NFL it's just turning into a fucking blockbuster movie. When you're tuning in every single week, you're like, all right, let's see who kneels this week. Fuck out of here. Kind of pisses you off, doesn't it? Monica says it's funny because it's not a big deal whatsoever. The people crying over it is what's making it a big deal. You're right, it's not a big deal at all. That's why Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a job anymore. You're right, it's not a big deal at all. That's why the Steelers and the Seahawks are scratching their fucking heads today. It's not a big deal at all. It's just overtaking teams trying to win football games and quarterbacks not having jobs anymore. You want to know why it's a big deal? For one, I've been preaching it for a few days now, okay? Politics just doesn't mesh with sports. Political opinions in NFL just don't mix well. You can have political opinions on Twitter. You can have political opinions beyond the game. But when that fucking game starts, shut off. Stop worrying about politics when it's time to fucking play football, okay? If it's not such a big deal, then why does Colin Kaepernick not have a fucking job? You want to know why? Because as an NFL owner, you don't want a guy on your team that draws unwanted attention. You don't need that shit. Politics doesn't mesh well with anything other than politics. You're right. That's a great fucking line. I agree with you. Politics belongs in politics. That's why politics isn't called sports. That's right. Politics don't mix well with sports. Just ask ESPN. Ask Jamel Hill. Oh, wait, she still has a job. You want to know why? Because she's a woman. She's got a vagina and a pair of tits. Of course. Of course they're not going to. Of course. Of course they're not going to fire her. She's a woman. She said shit way worse than Kurt Schilling did. She still got a job. She called the president a white supremacist. Anybody that voted for him, white supremacist. And she also said the only reason he got voted in is because of white supremacy. Yeah, tell that to the black voters, you dumb bitch. If I'm an NFL owner, I'm not hiring Colin Kaepernick. I think Colin Kaepernick is a good quarterback. I think he's a good football player. But he doesn't give a shit about playing football. Just look at his social media. He's not tweeting about football. He's not posting on Instagram about football. He's posting pictures of himself on a beach in a fucking Soviet Union t-shirt. Who's responsible for millions of deaths on the beach with his giant afro. He doesn't care about football. He really doesn't. What's up? You're live on the JB Show.
Responsible for millions of deaths on the beach with his giant afro.
Hey, turn your radio down, buddy.
He doesn't care about football.
Hey, you're live on the air, bud. All right, he hung up. What the fuck? Did he just call in so I can hear my voice back? That voice was sexy. NFL owners aren't hiring the fucking guy because they don't want unwanted attention to their team. Guess what? I got news for you. Because look what happens. Look at the teams. Look at the Steelers. They lost to one of the worst teams in the NFL. The Chicago Bears. Dude, the Bears beat the Steelers. You know? If I'm an NFL owner, I'm not hiring Colin Kaepernick. For the better of my organization, for the meshing of my team. You bring in a guy like that, it's just like bringing in a fucking cancer patient. It turns out, I think actually people can actually get cancer. He's pretty contagious from him. Like, whoa, okay, don't contaminate this locker room. Get the fuck away from me. Get away from me, sir. That's it. I got news for you, Colin. Oh, and by the way, I mentioned this yesterday on the show. When Jamel Hill came out and said the shit about, he's a white supremacist. He's only voted in because of white supremacy. He's voted in because of white privilege. Guess who spoke up? Guess who? That's right. Mr. Colin Kaepernick said, "We're with you, sister." What's up? You're live on the JB Show.
It's like midnight right now. I'm fixing to go to bed right now.
Why am I hearing TommyNC2010?
Watching this guy's YouTube channel right here.
Look, man, I'm going to have to blacklist you if you don't actually talk here on the show, okay? You really think I want to hear TommyNC2010's voice? You really think I want to hear his fucking voice? All right. Thanks for the call. You're blacklisted. I don't want to hear fucking Tommy's voice. Oh, guess what? Tommy sent me a message. He sent me a video of Tom Hanks waving at Pennywise. That's great. That's great. I'm done talking about it. I'm not taking any more fucking phone calls on that subject either. That last douchebag ruined it for everybody. Let's talk about the NCAA. There's even more fucking drama in the sports world. I have the news story here as well. There's apparently, it's really vague, so I'm glad I have the news story here. But I'm confused. Let me just read the news story, and then we'll talk about it. I'm going to read the news story. If you guys want to call into the show, wait till after the story breaks. We'll talk about it a little bit, and then I'll open up the phone lines a little bit more. This article is from MSN.com. It says, the FBI announced on Tuesday that 4 NCAA basketball coaches are among the 10 people who have been arrested and charged with fraud and corruption in an alleged scandal involving top executive at Adidas. Okay. So it has to deal with college teams and Adidas. Is it okay? Anyway, according to the indictments, Auburn assistant coach Chuck Person, wow. Southern California assistant Tony Bland, Arizona assistant Emmanuel Richardson, and Oklahoma State assistant Lamont Evans were involved in a massive bribery scheme in which Jim Gatto, director of global marketing for Adidas basketball, paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars in an attempt to funnel top recruits to Adidas sponsored programs. Wow! How about that? How about that? Unbelievable. TMZ obtained some of the relevant court documents which claim Gatto tried to pay $100,000 to a player and his family to get the player to commit to a certain school. Holy shit. Now wait a minute. Now, I'm not surprised that that's going on. I am surprised that they're catching them. I think I just coughed in the mic. Quote, the investigation has revealed multiple instances of bribes paid by athlete advisors, including financial advisors and business managers, as well as high-level apparel company employees, and facilitated by coaches employed by NCAA Division I universities. This is unbelievable. There was a few things from the documents there. Mr. Person is accused of collecting more than $90,000 in bribes in exchange for funneling Auburn players to a particular financial advisor and a custom suit maker named Rashawn Michelle. I bet he's gay. Investigators say Person used a portion of the bribe money to pay off top recruits and their families. So there you go. There's your story. I'm not even, damn, that's not that fucking condemning, to be honest with you. I mean, it's condemning. It's not surprising. I'm not surprised that some college fucking recruiters recruited players by paying them six figures, probably paying them in shoe deals too. Like, come on, everybody knows that. But the fact, it's scary though, because the teams, what was it, Oklahoma State, Auburn, Arizona, and I think Southern California. I mean, those are big teams, man. Division I schools. I mean, listen, this isn't something new. This has been going on for a long time. But, like, the FBI being involved in arresting dudes in the organization, now that's different. That's different. Damn, I was really hoping it was going to be a better fucking... I don't know. I was kind of expecting something more, like, controversial. Like one of the coaches jerked off in the locker room and spelled his name on a locker or something and said, "I love you, Tyrone." I don't know. But I know it had to do with fraud. It wasn't the biggest news story as I hoped. See that, people? That's why I should have read that story before I came on the air. I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, the fact it's a headline and they have evidence to actually get these guys put behind bars, that's different. But, you know, it's like we didn't know some of the top recruits in the NCAA were getting paid high amounts of money. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. Well, you think they only started getting paid once they got to NBA, the NBA level? Get out of here. Getting paid with grants and coaches are, hey, if y'all win, man, we're going to fucking pay you 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. And I'm disappointed by that. Look, so somebody sent me this, by the way. I really wanted to talk about that a little more, to be honest with you, but I spent so much energy on the NFL, I don't want to talk about sports anymore. You know who's not athletic is TommyNC2010. This dude is whacked out of his skull. What is Tommy talking about? What is he talking about? Like what? Tommy. What is he talking about? Have you guys seen what Tommy tweeted out to Keemstar? Well, he messaged Keemstar in DMs. He messaged him. Maybe I should just pull it up. He messaged Keemstar something about, I guess people were leaving balloons outside of his house saying they're watching him. You know, they're coming for him and all this shit. It's creepy. Don't get me wrong. It's creepy. It's frightening. I don't say that. I don't disregard that. But here's the problem. And this is why people don't take Tommy seriously. All right? Tommy, instead of going to the cops and saying, look, there's people that are kind of freaking me out. They have balloons outside my fucking apartment that are saying, you know, that they're watching me and they're creeped out by this. You know, instead of going to the cops and saying, hey, can you guys, like, maybe try and do something about this? You know? No. What does he do? He sends a DM to Keemstar on Twitter. Hang on just a second. Pause for 10 seconds for no station ID. All right, we are back. It's been 10 seconds. You're right. So Tommy, he messages Keemstar. Now hang on, let me find the exact message first. Let me find the exact message sent first, and I'll read it to you. I will straight up read to you exactly what he tweeted. Like, this is why, look, and Tommy, if you're listening, this is why people are so mad at you all the time. This is why people are so mad at you all the time. So Tommy tweets out. He messages Keemstar's inbox. He says, hey Keemstar, I have a story for you. Somebody is coming to my house and harassing me and leaving balloons, so I just wanted to let you know that'd be a good news story for you. They've left 2 or 3 balloons. One balloon said, we're watching you. The other blew and said, why so serious? And just tonight they left some balloons saying, it's not real. Just want to let you know that that's a news story for you. I'll even come on your show and do an interview and talk about it if you want me. They are harassing me, and I'm about to call the police. If they don't stop, I'll send you a picture. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why. This is why. This is why. Oh, hey, look at that. Look who's calling. This is why people get weird with Tommy. I'm thinking about calling the police, but instead, ladies and gentlemen, I came to Keemstar. like what? You know? Anyways.
A liar, and I'm not.
Hey, Tommy, call back into the show. For some reason, Tommy's trying to call into the show, and it's not working. Hey, Tommy. Hey, when you call in, don't use video. Okay? We're having trouble getting Tommy on the line right here. We're having trouble getting Tommy on the line, which sucks. Of course, why can we get these shitty callers on we had earlier? Why are those guys working and then this one's not? Give me a second, Tommy. I'm trying to get you on. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat. Joining us live here on the JB Show to plead his case. Ladies and gentlemen, it's TommyNC2010. Tommy.
Plead my case. I have nothing to plead.
I think you do. You got a little bit of explaining to do, Tommy. Why don't you just call the cops, bud? Huh?
I did call the cops.
But you didn't before you sent that message.
I don't understand why I have to plead anything. I know I'm not a liar. So
No, nobody's calling you who said you were a liar?
Joe did.
What?
Joe said on his show that I was practically a liar, and also on Twitter said I was a liar.
Tom,
and I'm not a liar.
Wait, Joe called you a liar?
Well, that's how I felt it. That's how I felt. He called me a liar.
I'm confused, Tommy. Wait a minute. So you're saying Joe called you a liar on his show? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I feel like he did on Twitter, too. He tweeted out that I'm lying, basically, and in circumstances. He tweeted that out.
All right. So what did Joe tweet out? Why do you think that... I don't see, I'm confused. Why do you think Joe is saying you're lying? What did he tweet out that made you think that?
Look at Keemstar's tweet and look down below where Joe posts.
Okay, what did he post? I don't have the tweet pulled up at this very second. I can pull it up real quick.
In certain strong words, it's basically saying that I'm lying and I'm making this up.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let me try to find the tweet, Tommy, because I got to be honest, like, you're kind of throwing Joe under the bus here.
Well, he threw himself under the bus when he tweeted that about me.
You're saying he threw himself under the bus?
Because he's saying that I'm making this up, and that's saying I'm a liar, and I'm not lying.
Well, from what I'm reading here, he said Tommy threatened himself.
And that's calling me a liar.
How do you get liar from that? What are you talking about? What do you...
I threatened myself.
So you think that he thinks that you did those balloons yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he thinks I did that myself, and I didn't do it.
Tommy, I think he's making a joke because you always acting like a clown. How can you say he's calling you a liar?
That just made me feel like he was calling me a liar.
All right, so what did he say on his show that you think he's calling you a liar? Because you're saying he said something live on his show last night, right?
I didn't call him to his show last... Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I did.
No. You said he said something live on the air last night saying you were a liar. Was it on his show?
Wait a minute. I must have got that confused.
What?
It's just the tweet. The tweet that it was just like...
See, Tommy, this is why you got to be careful what you say. You're saying that Joe was saying this shit on a show calling you a liar, but then now you're just straight up like, oh, wait, no, it was just a Twitter thing. Are you mad at Joe right now?
No, I'm not mad at Joe.
You sound pretty damn mad.
I'm mad at the community thinking that I'm a liar, and, you know...
Well, Tommy, you got to be honest. I mean, you haven't had the greatest track record in the past month, man.
And I don't understand. People are saying I'm just trying to get attention. I'm not trying to get attention from anybody.
Hey, Tommy, do you want to know why people think you're just trying to get attention? And I'm just being honest with you, because, you know, me and you, we kind of worked our shit out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no bitterness there between me and you. But you know me, I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm pretty bold. You ought to know this by now.
Mm-hmm.
But, Tommy, if you weren't trying to get attention, why did you message Keemstar? Why didn't you just call the police? Why were you saying to Keemstar, look, it's a news story. Have me come into your show. I'll do an interview. We'll talk about it. How do you not think that people couldn't draw the conclusion that you're just trying to get attention?
Because I didn't think that shithead would post that tweet. He broke the golden rule. He broke the fucking golden rule.
You're talking about, Keemstar?
Yeah, he broke his rule.
What's his rule? I don't know Keemstar.
He says don't ever show tweets. Don't show DMs. I gotta go, man, okay?
What do you mean you gotta go? You can't leave me on this note. Relax. We're just chilling.
I'll get back with you. I'll catch you later.
Tommy. Oh, God. Tommy just hung up. Oh, no. Tommy. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Tommy. Dude, you're going to have to call back. What was that? He started crying. Tommy just started crying. Oh, no. Tommy. All right, well, what's up? You're on the JB show. Try to follow that. What's up? You're live on the air. I don't know who we got on the line, but you're live on the air. You've got 5 seconds, and I got to hang up on you. All right. Wow. He just started crying. Oh, no. Tommy, you got to call back into the show, dude. Call back. What's up? You're live on the air. It's the JB show.
Guys, man, it just proves every fucking day that Tommy's a compulsive liar, and he makes people look like shit every fucking day, homie.
Okay, relax, Blake. What do you mean?
Dude, what? He keeps doing the same shit over and over and over again to get attention. Why do you guys keep putting him on? It's getting fucking old every fucking time, even on your show, man.
It's a news story. It involves.
It's a news story by the same fucking guy who's a lying piece of shit.
Well, I don't say I said on the air he doesn't have the greatest track record for the past month. But you know what? You would be upset too if somebody fucking put out a private message of you. He has every right to be upset about that. But I do think he's hungering for attention, and that's why he sent that to Keemstar instead of calling the police. You know?
Okay, yeah, there's one thing about asking for attention. There's another thing about playing that you're autistic and playing like, oh, man, I don't know what everything's going on and not paying attention to everything.
That's true. You're right. But, I mean, I think it was pretty fair to let Tommy come on and try to plead his case. I mean, especially if Joe said something last night on a show and then apparently he tweeted something. I think it's fair to give Tommy an outlet where actually people watch the channel. You know, people aren't watching his videos. Well, you better go answer your phone, buddy. What's he still got a house phone? Hey, look, my son's here. Hey, buddy.
Is there a guy here?
Yeah.
Is there a guy here?
But anyway, we're gonna stop taking calls because it's just not working. The wife's here. My gorgeous wife's here. Hey, you didn't get me anything for real? Well, I would like a drink. Hey, Gavin, we're gonna take a call. Don't show Daddy anything right now. You got a fish? Let me see that. Ooh. Oh God, hang on. Hang on a second, caller. Good Lord. I'm taking calls.
Why?
What do you mean why? I'm taking calls. It's like a radio show. Are you making fun of me? Like making fun of a kid pretending like he has a radio show? What's up? You're live on the JB show. Hey, you're live on the air.
I
Yes.
just want to fuck JD. Fuck him in the ass. Fuck him in the ass. That motherfucker. Fuck him in the ass.
Who are you talking about? Hey, my wife's.
JD, boy.
Hey, my wife's not very happy with you right now because you're cussing with my kids around.
Oh, my bad.
I'm hanging up on that. He changed his voice and everything. He go, ha ha, FJD. And he's like, hey, man, my wife's not very happy with you right now. Oh, damn, sorry. Hey, Bubby. Did you have a good day at school?
There's a guy here.
Yeah, it's Skyrim. 2 cupcakes? I want a cupcake. Joe is not calling. He is? Joe, if you're trying to call the show, call back in. Tommy says you're a liar. It's about to be some serious drama unfold on the air. Joe, if you're trying, okay, Joe is trying to call. This ought to be interesting because I can't wait to hear Joe's opinion on Tommy calling him a liar. What's up, Joe?
Let me tell you something.
Oh God, he's got echo.
This pork rind eating stupid bastard. You know what? Bailey. First of all, I didn't know that was a DM. I thought that he tweeted Keemstar publicly.
Right. Yeah, I did too.
So that was Keemstar leaking his DM.
That's what Tommy said. Tommy said that was a direct message to Keemstar.
Well, it's still Tom. It's Tommy trying to get on Drama Alert, trying to get them in the news.
I agree with you. I said that just a little bit ago, that if he wasn't wanting to get attention, he would have just called the police. Am I right?
Let me tell you something. He called my show last night, and I grilled him on all this stuff. And I said, what are you lying about? And he said he's not lying about anything. And then I said, well, what about when Hamza's van broke down? And then he said that was real.
Oh yeah, when he was lying about how everything on their videos was real. Yeah, you're right.
But then he on my Patreon stream, he still said it was real, and I was like, we know that that's not real.
Yeah, it's like wrestlers still trying to pretend like it's real when you're just trying to have a normal conversation with them.
Yeah, so that's when I got him last night. I asked him about all this stuff, and then all of a sudden he goes,
Oh, he's mad, Joe.
oh, well,
He's really mad. He called. Did you hear him? He called in the show.
no, I only heard the end of it, and I was like, well, he called last night to me, and I was like, if it's real, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Probably Hamza did it to you. But then I asked him about what is real and fake with him, because so many things are different.
Yeah.
And then he goes, at the end I go, well, what about, is this real? Is that real? And he was like, that's real, that's real, that's real. And then I said, well, what about when Hamza's van broke down? Obviously that was staged, right? And then he goes, no, that was real.
This happened last night on the show?
Yeah, on my Patreon. So when he said that, I went, well, now I know you're full of crap.
Well, he called into the show. You said you missed it, man. He was pissed. He said he was saying that you were calling him a liar and a piece of shit and all this stuff, and he said you were making him look bad. And I said, Tommy, are you mad at Joe? And he's like, no, I'm not mad at Joe. He was clearly mad at you. Like he's really pissed at you right now. And then he left my show. Did you hear me? He was like all crying and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
he was like, oh, I gotta go.
How can he be surprised that no one believes him?
I told him that on the air. I said, Tommy, you're saying, because he goes, everyone thinks I'm just trying to get attention, but that's not fair. And I'm like, Tommy, if you weren't trying to get attention, I said it to him live on the air. I said, Tommy, if you weren't trying to get attention, why did you message Keemstar saying that you'll do an interview on a show talking about this? Why wouldn't you just call the police? If you don't want unwanted attention to draw them to you, why did you message Keemstar of all people?
That's what I said when he called me last night. I said, Tommy, if this was real, you would have done what you always did, which would have been privately message me about it and not talk about it publicly at all.
Yeah.
And you would have been like, oh, man, I don't know about this. You wouldn't want to bring attention to something like this. You want to hide it, because if you did it, the guy would do it more.
He's trying to use Keemstar's star power, get on a show, push his channel. But I don't know if you heard, but he called Keemstar a fucking piece of shit and all this stuff. He kind of went off on him for a second.
He always does. He calls this guy a piece of shit. He says that, Keemstar should be abducted. Like, I hate Keemstar. He's a scumbag liar. And all these other things. And then he tweets him like crazy, like, please pay attention to me.
Well, to be fair, Keemstar should be abducted. But no, No, I think when Tommy was on the show earlier, he was really, really like aggressive. Like he was just mad. Like he's also still bitter because he's not allowed to monetize this. Like that's not helping matters. Now he's mad because, oh, by the way, he said your tweet, Tommy threatens himself. What did that mean, by the way? Were you saying that he claims that you were meaning that he was making this story up?
Yeah, he threatened himself as in, like, he made the whole thing up, yeah.
Oh, so you actually do believe he made this up just to get on Drama Alert?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why would he message only Keemstar and nobody else?
Well, you're probably right. But, I mean, yeah, because what kind of a person... And the problem is, he writes, we're watching you on one balloon, and then he writes, why so serious on another one, and then literally on the third one he writes, it's not real.
He thinks people are fucking... You think... You know what I mean? If you came to me and said you wanted to do this angle, like, I'd be like, all right. But the fact that you think I'm an idiot, I'm not an idiot.
No. And
or it's your stupid friend Hamza, like, and then that's your fault, too.
Yeah, the problem with Hamza is Hamza totally, like, plays into this with him. Like, he's like, yeah, this is a great idea, Tommy. Hamza just needs to stop, because he's not helping.
Yeah.
But no,
Tommy, I don't know what we're going to do, man.
Let's do a video, man, where we eat ice cream and look like a bunch of fucking dummies.
Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck out of here.
But
Tommy, I'll draw on the balloon. I'll draw a dick on the balloon.
That was it. That was Hamza's handwriting on the balloons. Full-blown investigation.
Hey,
so now we just got to compare Hamza's handwriting to the handwriting on the balloons. We'll go total CSI on this right now.
I guarantee that nobody would do this other than them.
You know what Tommy's probably the most upset about is the fact that this didn't turn into the news story that he wanted it to. That's probably why he's mad. Instead, he's mad because it turned into a smearing campaign on Tommy because once again, he's made to look like a dummy again.
Oh man, it didn't work.
I'm not getting more subs that are going to unsub for me and not watch my shows. So.
I mean, if he came to me first and was like, dude, you know what's happening here right now? I might have thought like, whoa.
Yeah.
He just went to Keemstar and then it comes out and then, I don't know. He got what he wanted though anyway because Keemstar tweeted it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But no, he didn't get what he wanted because that was his private message pretty much saying that he wants attention. Now he's really upset about that. Like, that's what he's upset about.
Meanwhile, he's wearing all these masks all over Twitter and acting weird and stuff, but then, like, we're supposed to think someone else did this?
He's like Tommy is like, it's like his mind is slowly deteriorating as each week goes on. Maybe we need to get him back and monetize this. I think that show may have been leveling him out a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's gone insane now that he's not monetized this.
He doesn't have anywhere to, like, release his, now he's just kind of left on his fucking organs and his clown masks.
I'm convinced he needs to fight. Like, if he could just get into a fight team, like, maybe
Well, I mean, we for a while, but I gotta get out of here, dude. It was I expected to call in, and then I told you to call in because when Tommy started shooting, be here, but
right.
But no, we'll.
Oh yeah, I did. I kind of did. I don't think he's telling the truth.
No, honest, Joe, I don't either. I think you're right.
So, and you're right. I didn't realize that. But you're right. Keemstar did release the DM.
Yeah, he did.
But you know what? Keemstar released the DM because he just doesn't believe it either.
Well, I also think that Keemstar didn't want to fuck with it. He posted the picture of the DM so people could see that he actually met him under the rug and just say, hey, people, stop fucking with Tommy. That's it. He didn't want to about it, so he just tweeted something.
He probably did the whole, like, he probably went like, hey guys, look at this. Leave Tommy alone.
His ass off.
Yeah, exactly.
But, all right, Joe. Well, thanks for calling in and clarifying stuff, man.
All right. Bye, honey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the great Joe Cronin, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. The great Joe Cronin. You can go sub to Tommy, too, if you want. But, oh, wait a minute. I think he's got something else to say. What's up, Joe?
He didn't let me finish. I gotta say this. F Tommy's corpse.
Oh. Said F Tommy's corpse. All right, guys, we gotta get out of here. We went a little longer than I was expecting to. My wife's telling me to pull the plug on the show. She doesn't like the show. She thinks it sucks. She's my toughest critic. You look very angry right now. Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? You have a headache? What, from hearing Tommy's voice? Oh, you got a headache from my voice. Thank you, lovely wife. Hey, thank you to everybody for coming on the show here today. There's Cronin in the chat, F Tommy's corpse. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Let me know what you guys thought about this show down in the comments section below. Hit me up on Twitter at JustinBaileyIND. If you want to donate to the show, help fund it, patreon.com/TBTI. TMA, my guy's about to hit you with a bunch of links in the chat there if you want to know where everything is. Follow me on Twitter. I keep you guys updated when I'm going live. I'll probably have a Twitter battle with TommyNC tonight, most likely, with all this unfolding. Make sure and tune in tonight, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show for the, well, don't go over there. I think it's on Corrupted Podcast. youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast for the live SmackDown review. Make sure and check it out. Also, Foul Mouths Network, youtube.com/Foul Mouths Network. They'll be going live tomorrow. And, of course, don't forget to go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show to check out Corrupted Podcast, live 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, I think I got them all out there. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.
Oh, no.
I know, I'm awesome.